many fans you were in this year?
Hello, disc golfers, and welcome back to the back round 1 back 9 feature card FPO coverage from the Åland Open, the first bigger event in the Åland Islands. My name is Elias Luukkonen, and welcome to this coverage provided by MDG Media. We saw some good play on the front nine, specifically from Silva Saarinen, as you can see, leading the field by 2 strokes. She had a very hot start, and towards the end of the front nine, some more pars. Everybody else on the card still also in good position, not far from the lead, or especially from the top 3. Heidi, Laine even inside the top 3. Keiti, Tätte just 1 stroke off. It's anybody's game. A lot of things can happen on this back 9, as we're going to be moving more towards the open holes. Hole 10 is still semi-wooded, but still also a little bit more open. 115 meters going downhill over a bit of a hill. It's a blind hole, you can't see the basket from the tee. Most players are going with something straight, either mid-range or fairway driver, hopefully pushing it straight towards the backside trees and getting a small fade at the end to get to this basket. You can see the gap of the tee is pretty wide, so players are more concerned about keeping the right angle on the disc than hitting the gap. Important to keep the disc low. As you can see, Heidi is doing very well. And the angle is also looking great. Wow, what a good shot there. Just outside the bullseye. Great start to the back 9. Let's see if Silva can match that. Going with a bit of a higher release, you can see the disc is fading way more to the left. OB on the left side comes into play pretty quick with shots like these, but look at that. Silva faded out OB left, but on the OB side of the stake she hit an Eurotour banner and rolling back safe. Wow, what a huge break from Silva Saarinen. It's gonna save her an instant 1 stroke, possibly even a little bit more. And Keiti here also with a beautiful angle, keeping it perfectly straight. Just missing that tiny left finish, but she's on the edge of the circle. Great result. Although it's a scary putt on this slightly sloping green. Amanda here, pulling it a little bit to the right. Getting through all the trees though, so she's gonna have an easy time getting the par. Likely not gonna have much of a chance for the birdie. You can see the weather on this first run was just beautiful. Not super windy in the morning either, as these players were playing. Towards the later holes, we did get some wind though. And Silva there, very aggressive run. She missed a couple of putts from that distance on the front nine, so probably a little bit frustrated. Gave it the extra power, and Keiti there also missing low. Silva, really good comebacker. Feel like that is something she does very well. Even when she misses the first putt, she's almost always good on the comebacker. And only now we're getting to Heidi's drive. Just a short 5-meter putt left here to claim that birdie and go under par for the round. And she gets it on the right side, but in. A very good birdie. It's a hole that was birdied by only one other person besides Heidi, Laine. Keiti there. She was going with that flip turbo putt for the entirety of the front nine. Working very well. Hoping that the wind doesn't pick up too much for her to not be able to use that for those short putts. And now, moving on to one of the most incredible holes you're ever going to play. 400 meters par 5. A lot of open space, a lot of downhill off the tee, and a lot of OB. Players have a choice whether they want to be more straight or more left down the fairway for their first shot. After the first shot, it's all about getting to the second fairway, navigating between the left and the right OB lines that kind of pinch in towards the basket. A huge distance advantage on this hole. If you can cut off more distance with each shot, you're gonna have much easier time getting some good numbers on this one. It's a very long hole. Birdie would be just incredible, and even a par is very good. This hole is actually playing with an average of 6.25, so playing closer to a par 6 than a par 5. All of these players are going to be completely content if they get a par, and even a bogey 6 is pretty much fine. But Heidi, being one of the furthest running players in FPO, I'm sure she's probably even thinking about getting a birdie 4, especially with that drive. Perfect position. She has pushed the OB line on the far side of the fairway. And I think she has a realistic chance to get to the basket with 2 shots from there. You can see Silva getting some good turn on this. Needs to slow down before the OB line though. It looks like she does. Another just perfect position there. It's a pretty big reward if you can push that alongside OB like both Silva and Heidi have done there. Because then your second shot is way easier. You can see Keiti here going for more of the left side fairway. That is a good play. Misses the OB bunker to the left, which is just perfect. Not as much distance on that one as Silva and Heidi got. But the angle for the next shot is arguably even better. And you can see Amanda going for a very similar shot. Just far down left. Almost contending with that left side OB line. But looks like... Not quite sure, but looks like she has stayed safe there. Just taking the meter off the OB line. And this is an important shot to just get inbounds. You don't need a lot of distance here. Just be in play. But unfortunately, looks like she has not done it. Finding that bit of a pinch point in the OB. And you can see she's not happy with that. Gonna have to be throwing 4 from very far away from the baskets. Keiti here with a beautiful angle. Getting a lot of distance. Let's see if Silva and Heidi can get some birdie chances here. Silva here needs to fade back. Scary looking shot, but just gets over the OB. She might even have a chance at that very difficult birdie. And I'm sure Heidi's looking to match that or throw it even further down the fairway. Let's see what she ends up going with. Nice angle there. Playing it pretty safe, more on the hyzer side. Not really turning it over like Silva did. Still good distance left to the basket, but possibly with a big shot, both Silva and Heidi could get down there. Amanda here, I believe throwing 4. This needs to fade back though. Wow, just barely does. That was a scary looking release. Challenging that right side OB. And Keiti here, just trying to get down the fairway. It's a pretty simple simple shot from there. You have very wide fairway. But let's see if Heidi can get down to the basket. Nice looking line. She gets the turn and the fade towards the basket. Wow. What a nice shot inside the circle for the birdie. That is a great result there. Let's see if Silva can do something similar. Not quite, but having the good miss of missing to the right. You have so much room on the right side of the basket and so little room on the left side as the OB is well inside the circle. So I expect even Amanda from here playing it further towards the right than trying to park the hole. And she does. Even a little bit further than she probably thought. Let's see, Keiti here. Pretty simple approach, only 50 meters left. Looks like she's got it in the circle. Still gonna have a bit of a putt left. Alright, next up, Silva. Big putt for the birdie. Can she get it? Not quite, but that is a good run. A very solid effort. Amanda here just settling, I believe gonna settle for a 7. But Heidi for the birdie. And she does not get it. Unfortunate miss, even though she's still gonna be taking more than a stroke on average on the field. And Keiti there, unfortunately missing. Kind of rolled back. This time not going for the turbo flip putt, but rather a normal one. And you can see she's not quite comfortable with it. This is a tricky one right here. Gets it in the basket. This hole was never birdied by the field, and actually only 31% of the field was getting a par on this one. Everybody else either a bogey or double bogey, or even we saw some triple bogeys. So very difficult hole, and you can see just why it's a very long hole. Mostly the challenge being the distance. Another difficult hole here, hole 12. Actually the fourth most difficult hole on the course. You have this OB down the left side the entire way. And this small OB creek between the tee side of the fairway and the green. Players will have a pretty big decision to make whether they want to try to go over that creek and get to the basket on their first, or just throw a safe shot before the creek and hopefully take their pretty simple par. This hole is playing 3/4 of a stroke above par. So if you take that par, you're definitely not losing strokes. But I think Heidi could definitely be going for this green. Let's see. And she's doing it. This needs to hold right. This looks a little bit scary with the left side OB. Needs to get down. And she's on the line there. Gonna get the initial green flag, but the spotter switching his mind and not really wanting to call it. Gonna have to be a group decision, but I believe that is most likely in bounds. Silva here, going for the straight shot. Looks like she is going towards the bush a little bit, so not gonna be a very easy approach for her. Important on the safe shot is that you have to keep it short. You can't go all the way to the bushes, because then you're challenging both OB and your angle gets pretty bad. You can see here Keiti. Pretty tough result there. Kind of an unforced error. As I said, you really have to keep your shot well short of the bushes if you're going safe. And you can see Amanda doing a very good job of that. Although fading towards the left, but she's safe there. Gonna have a pretty simple approach from there. The forehand play on the approach is pretty nice. You have a bit of an uphill slope behind the basket, and you can almost kind of run it at the basket. Although Amanda is not interested in that, just gets her easy par there. Very well played hole there by her. And Keiti, after going OB, has a very difficult third shot, and that is gonna be OB as well. Wow, pretty big error, and you can see there was actually a bit of a right to left wind looking from the tee pad on this one. So pushing the discs more to the left. You can see even this approach getting pushed to the left because of that right to left wind. Let's see if Heidi can get the great birdie on this one. Not often birdied by anybody on the field. And she sails it a little bit high. This hole was actually not birdied once by the field, and 50% of the field getting bogey or worse. Not Silva though, as she's making a good putt for the par. And Heidi, similar distance. Just coming off low, a little bit hesitant there, and even from this angle, the tailwind from left to right, dropping that slight nose up hyzer angle putt. That is going to be a pretty difficult bogey to swallow, as Heidi was putting for the birdie. And Keiti, back-to-back double bogeys, tough start to the back nine. But she has a good chance to get it together on the upcoming holes. Amanda with a good par there. Good par, which gives you a lot of strokes on this one. It's once again playing well above par. So that's a very difficult stretch of the holes. Next up, luckily we got an easier hole, a much easier hole. It's actually the second easiest hole on the course. 94 meters going uphill, and a very good backstop on this hole. This hole is playing very far, and most players are just trying to rip it as hard as they can towards the basket. Difficult to reach all the way to the top shelf. Many people are landing just a little bit short here, just below that top shelf, and taking a putt from the edge of the circle. But Silva putting a great move on this, fading just a little bit early, and she's in that common landing spot just below the top shelf, but still well within putting distance. I believe what makes this hole pretty easy is that it's not very punishing. Even if you miss your line, you're likely not going to be taking a bogey. And a beautiful shot from Amanda there, putting it under the shelf. Gonna have a good putt at the basket. And it's a very safe putt. If you're short of the green, you have that uphill slope where you pretty much don't have to worry about anything. It's very rare to see rollaways on the screen, as the basket is in a bit of a pit almost on the top of the hill. But Heidi here, very good looking line. Does she get up the hill? She does. Beautiful shot. She's on the top shelf there, only 5 meters away. One of the better shots this hole is probably gonna see throughout the entire day. And Keiti here, not worried about the straight line, going for a bit of a hyzer instead, which there is some pretty good room for, and she's in putting distance. Let's see if she can give it a good run. Definitely does. Low cage hit there, almost cashing it in from upwards to 20. Amanda here, outside the circle. Top band does not get it in. Silva on the other hand, great putt in the middle. She's had a few of those missed from circle's edge putts, so great to see her making that one. And Heidi, very good birdie, going under par on the back nine. Both Heidi and Silva being 1 under on the back. It's another hole that offers a pretty big distance advantage. You can see both Silva and Heidi having a bit more of an advantage, able to get closer to the hole. Moving on to a beautiful hole 14. Another one of these downhill holes on the back nine. This time playing as a par 4. 222 meters. Players have a decision to make off the tee whether they want to go for the secondary fairway or the first one. The OB creek separating the two fairways. And then on your approach, you can either lay up to the far side of the fairway, making that approach short and easy, or if you're feeling aggressive, go for the island-shaped green that does actually not play with island rules, but rather normal OB rules. So the drop zone you see, it's only for the tee shots. And it looks like Silva will have to go to the drop zone as she has turned over way to the right. Drop zone is about 90 meters away from the basket, so it's gonna be a pretty big decision to make from Silva, whether she wants to go for that basket or not. I'm sure Heidi is also going over here. And this is a very good angle. Looks like she's gonna clear the OB creek with ease and perfectly in the middle. Great shot from a Heidi Laine there. She's gonna have a pretty short approach left, only about 60 meters from there. It looks like Amanda is also going for the second fairway. This needs to stay right though, as she has faded out of bounds. Gonna also have to proceed to that drop zone. And Keiti here, having a similar issue, needs to stay straight here, but just not quite doing it. You can see the nose of the disc was a little bit more up than she would like, so not quite getting that forward push, rather fading left. We're gonna have 3 people going to the drop zone. Silva first. Looks like she's going for the green here. It's a very aggressive shot. Although the green is pretty big, the island inside of the haybus is very big. And Silva hitting the far side. Gonna have a circle 2 putt for the par. She will have to make that, or otherwise she's gonna have the first bogey of the round. You can see Amanda here not interested about going to the green, just putting it down the fairway. Very safe there. And Keiti looks like she's also going for it. Really good looking line. Is the distance good? And it is. What a beautiful shot from Keiti Tätte. Look at that. Going super aggressive and it's paying out. Heidi here A pretty simple shot, the green. As I mentioned, the green is very big. She's able to go with just an overstable or a slow disc hyzer. She's gonna have 5 meters there for the birdie, showing off that distance advantage once again that we see very often on this back nine. Amanda pulling it a little bit to the right, gets over the hay bales. Gonna have a difficult putt for the bogey still. Let's see Silva here. Can she get the par? Just a little bit high there, and oh no, she has gone OB over the basket. What a huge error there. Putting for par, and now all of a sudden she's putting for a double bogey. Just from short distance. So if Heidi can make this, she's gonna be the leader. And she does. Going 2 under on the round. Silva going to be tied for the lead. What an interesting turn of events there. I'm pretty surprised that Silva was running it that aggressively, even from far circle 2. As we see some big separation on this hole from the card. Hole 15. I believe this is the shortest hole on the back nine. 90 meters, going uphill though at the end. It's a left to right shaping shot. You need to take your turn to the right pretty late. So just a regular Anheuser backhand usually doesn't work. You need something that turns over very late. Or if you have a big forehand, it's also a great play on this one. But I suspect everybody on the card is probably gonna go backhand. So you need to push it straight, and just at the very end you need to turn right. Almost impossible to park this hole as the green is very difficult. You can see Heidi is doing a beautiful job of that. Look at that. But getting a terrible roll. As I said, very difficult to park this hole as the basket is on top of this huge rock, and the rocky hillside behind the basket also causing for a lot of rollaways, as we saw from Heidi there. Keiti with a pretty good line. Just a little bit low, I believe. So she's gonna be short for the birdie. And Silva. This looks either good or it might be a little bit inside. And it was just hitting that corner tree, showing off how late you have to turn the disc over. She had a really good shape there, but just a little bit early. Look at this shot from Amanda. Beautiful angle. And she's gonna be inside the circle for the birdie. That was the perfect shot on this hole. Not trying to go for the park job, but rather just put it inside the circle. And you can see Keiti having a pretty tough approach, getting it to stick. Let's see if Heidi runs it from here. She does! And what a great run it was. And does not roll away, which is important on this one. It's quite common that we see rollaways with putts even. And Silva also. Arguably a pretty good break there to stick, not rolling down the hill. Let's see if Amanda can get a stroke on the card. She unfortunately does not. A bit of an early release on that putt going left. It looks like most likely everybody's gonna have a par here. Amanda makes it from just short distance. It's a very often parred hole. 81% of the field getting the par on this one. So nobody on the card really losing strokes. Shout out to Kaisa Wahl for the only birdie of the day on this one. with our card, all getting pars. Nothing lost, pretty much nothing gained either, but they're gonna move to the last 3-hole stretch on the course. This 3-hole stretch is what can really either ruin or solidify your round. Starting on hole 16, a lot of OB, a lot of distance, 251 meters par 5. Off the tee it's important that you just get good distance and stay safe. You have a pretty wide fairway to work with, so staying safe is usually not difficult unless you have that signature headwind off this hole. Same thing continues on the second shot, you have to just stay on the fairway. It's not that long for being a par 5, so with a couple of regular shots, you usually do have a chance for the birdie. Let's see if Heidi can get it inbounds here with good distance. That looks great. Beautiful turnover angle. Getting a lot of distance. Going well past that OB bunker that we're probably gonna see from this angle. There's this OB bunker on the left side of the fairway, or middle to left side. Players are either having to go short of it or try to play over. And Keiti there, not quite making the decision and ending up right in the middle of it. It's a well-placed bunker for this hole because it's right where a lot of the shots would land. You can see Silva playing it very safe to the right side of the bunker, also getting a lot of distance. Flying both over and to the right of that bunker. And Amanda here also playing towards the right. Very good looking angle. That's a perfect shot there. A lot of distance too. Wow, that was a far shot. Pushing it well past Silva, I believe. And Keiti here. Second shot. You want to get it somewhere around or just over this bit of a creek. As you can see, well, you can't really see from that angle, but I believe Keiti is just barely short. From this angle you can see the creek, and Silva is flying well over it with a beautiful slight turnover shot there. And that's just perfect position. Only gonna have a putter upshot from there, I believe. Same thing for Amanda. Very good angle here. You might think she's turning to the right, but this fairway is very wide. And even from there, you're gonna have to shape a bit more of an Anheuser angle to the green. But no problem. And Heidi here. Gonna get a lot of distance on the second shot. That's a big shot. Gonna have a very short approach. This is once again one of these holes that has a big distance advantage. You can see Keiti here not having quite as much distance as, for example, Heidi, and having to throw still a driver approach to the green. Just turns it over a little bit to the right, and she's gonna have a difficult putt for the par, I believe. This is a tricky shot for Amanda. She needs to turn it slightly over, but not too far. Talking about turning it over too far, that's kind of what she has done, but still well within putting distance. Gonna have a chance. And Silva here with a pretty routine shot. Just a standstill putter there. Gonna be well inside the circle. And look at this. Heidi with just a pitch forehand to the green after the first two shots, and she's absolutely parked there. What a great play. This hole 16 was actually playing as one of the easier holes on the course. believe it was tied for the 4th easiest hole on the course, playing right at about par. Keiti though, not really getting advantage of that easier difficulty of this hole, as she's gonna have a difficult putt left. And Silva here, great birdie. One of 3 birdies of the day. So gaining a lot of strokes on pretty much the entire field here. Looks like we did miss Keiti's putt from the bushes, but she's just tapping in for the double bogey. That's a tough result. As we see 2 birdies on the card, Heidi with just an absolute drop-in. Moving on to hole 17. One of the windiest holes on the course and very tricky. 110 meters along the fairway. Straight to the basket, the distance is actually only 100. But considering the shape of the hole, 110 is a fair number. If you're going straight to the basket, you have about 90 meters of OB to clear. It's a pretty big decision on this hole. There's really not a lot of safe options to go for. And you can see the headwind picking up. There's almost always a headwind on this hole. I believe Heidi has a big advantage with her distance. It's a little bit high though, needs to get over the OB. And she does. What a beautiful shot. That was not even close to being OB. She's almost parked there, showing off that distance advantage, able to go with just a high overstable shot. Silva here going with something more understable. Needs to fade back in bounds though. And she does. Not gonna be a very likely chance at a birdie, as this is one of the windier greens of the course. I'm sure she's gonna run it anyway. Let's see Amanda here. Going for a nice hyzer flip up shot. Beautiful line here. Look at that shot. Right next to Heidi, just outside the bullseye here. This hole was also playing pretty difficult. It's actually the 4th most difficult hole on the course, averaging 3/4 of a stroke above par. And here, unfortunately, Keiti kind of showing why, if you don't quite get the distance off the tee, it's a very tricky hole to get over the OB. But that's a good approach for the par. For the bogey, excuse me. She's gonna have a simple bogey. Everybody else kind of a run at the birdie. You can see Silva there going with a slight anhyzer to hopefully mitigate that right to left wind. And Heidi, great birdie. Going 4 under on the round. And just look at that back 9. Heidi able to absolutely tear apart the back with her distance. And Amanda too, very good birdie. You can see still in very good spirits. She's always a joy on the course. Very positive player. As we're gonna see 2 birdies. Par from Silva and that unfortunate bogey from Keiti. Keiti having a little bit of troubles on the back 9 here. But one more chance to hopefully fix some of those. It's not an easy one though. Hole 18, par 5. 255 meters. Off the tee, players have a choice to either go short for this short side of the OB creek. It's a pretty big shot if you want to go over, so many players going short, but I believe at least Heidi probably going over. For your second shot, if you're playing conservative, land somewhere between these hay bales. If you're feeling super aggressive, you might as well even go for this tight green. There's OB just outside the edge of the circle on all sides. And that OB bunker in the front, collecting so many shots. Let's see how aggressive Heidi is on this first shot. Looks like she's going for the second part of the fairway. Great looking angle here. Great looking distance here. Wow, that is just perfect. Very long shot. Once again, taking advantage of the distance. Amanda having a slow disc in her hands. Just going for the layup here. That is well done. You don't need a lot of distance if you're going for the layup, although you would definitely prefer to be closer to that long side OB just to make the second shot that much easier. Let's see if Silva is doing that. Looks like she's pushing it more towards the backside and actually pushing it too far. That's an unfortunate, kind of an unforced error. Going for the layup, but still going OB long. And you can see Keiti learning from that, just putting it very low, right next to Amanda. Perfectly safe there. And this is a pretty big height to get over the OB. It needs to get going for Amanda, and it does. Wow, just barely over the OB line. Imagine if she didn't get over, she would almost have to rethrow from there. So that is a big break to get over. Let's see if Keiti can do something similar. Much safer line here. Almost pushing the backside OB. Just slows down before. And, it's gonna be a lot of distance to the green from there, but definitely a chance still to go for that birdie. And you can see Silva here after the OB shot trying to get a lot of distance, but unfortunately going OB again. That's a pretty big mistake. The fairway is really wide, and you can see she went with something extremely understable, even in that headwind. Let's see Heidi here going for the green on the second. She's going for the eagle. Oh no, just barely staying short of that OB bunker. But a very good shot, and she's gonna have an extremely easy birdie from there. Just a 20-meter pitch up to the basket, or even a run at the eagle if she wants it. Keiti here. Good looking release, just turning over slightly, but she's gonna have a good putt to hopefully end with a birdie. After a tough back nine, you can see Keiti, she was playing very well on the front, but the back kind of not giving her a break. And Amanda actually skipping off the OB bunker. Nice break there. And Silva at this point, I'm sure she just wants to get off the course after going OB already twice. Still gonna have some work left to do. Let's see, Heidi for the eagle 3 here. And a good run it was, but she's gonna have to, sounds weird to say, but settle for the birdie, as birdie's still a very good score on this hole. Amanda not quite getting it. This hole was actually playing 5.38 on average. So you're gaining strokes even with a par, and especially with a birdie. Keiti quite not getting the ladder there. Let's see, Silva, very important putt here. Not to lose any more strokes than necessary. And she gets the bogey in. Good putt there. Still gonna be losing 2 strokes to Heidi. And Keiti here going for that turbo flip putt once again. She kind of went away from it on the back nine, I believe, because of the wind. Maybe because she had some longer tap-in putts. And Heidi here, just outside the bullseye for the birdie. Very well done. And that is a hot back nine, going 5 under on the back. Taking huge advantage of her distance. Super well played there. Minda going +6. Now we saw Silva with that -2 and Keiti with an +8 after a tough back 9. As we look at the top 10, no surprise that Heidi Laine is leading with that incredible 5 under score. And Silva 3 strokes back, still comfortably in second place with that 2 under. And finalizing the lead card for tomorrow, gonna be Hanna Jansson and Ida Emilie Nesse. It's a pretty exciting card. Thank you guys for watching this round 1 coverage of the feature card. Like the video, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed, and you can even support MDG on Patreon. They're working very hard around the clock. That was a nice round to commentate on. Thank you guys for watching. My name was Elias Luukkonen, and see you guys in round 2.